Hello, children. Good morning. It's Maths O'Clock. So, today we're going to do two lessons in one. How exciting! Because yesterday you had the whole school mathematics challenge. Here is your learning objective. Don't know why that's there. I'm going to get rid of that for today. And we're going to look at place value. So, it's a really straightforward lesson. You should know all about place value. It's at least the third time that we've done it in year 4. Definitely. And you'll have done it in year 3 and a little bit in year 2. We all know what place value means, don't we? I know you do. And we're also going to look at greater than and less than. So you tell me, what does place value mean? I'm listening. I can hear you all shouting it out. Place value is all to do with our number system, isn't it? Every place has a value and every value has a place. Let's go on to the next page. That's what I've just said. Place value is a way to describe our number system. We count in ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and on and on. And when we get up to 10, we still count on with our ones, but we then use multiples of 10, all the way from 10 up to 90. Our numbers on our second value in our place value column get 10 times bigger. And then once we get up to 99, we get another column into play, our hundreds column. And up it goes, 10 times bigger. The next one up will be thousands, of course. And we can put each of these values for each digit in a column of its own. And there you can see the TH for thousands, H for hundreds, T for tens, and O for ones. Okay, so and remember we've done this lots and lots. Every time you move left or right in a column, our place value columns, move to the left and the value goes up 10 times. Move to the left, the value goes up 10 times. Move to the left, the value goes up 10 times. Move to the right, and the value goes down by 10 times. Down by 10 times, and down by 10 times. 10 times bigger, or 10 times smaller. And of course, now that we're in year 4, we get to our, look, there's a little mistake there. I used to call it units, but I've got to call it the ones now. When we get to our ones and make this column 10 times smaller, we use our decimal place to show that we're into tenths with the TH. Remember practicing that in class, tenths, sticking your tongue out a little bit, tenths. And then hundredths, I'm sticking my tongue out again, hundredths. Okay, every time you move left or right in the columns, the value is 10 times bigger or 10 times smaller. And we can use our number bank and we can make some numbers up. And I could say to you, what is the value of the digit in this column here? And you will say to me, the value is 70, 7 tens. If I say, what is the value of this digit in this column here, you'll say the value is 500. And this is 8 ones. Nice and simple. Oh, look, I made a mistake again. I'm going to change that to a capital O. And remember, every time the digits get multiplied up, we get 10 times bigger. So to go from 578, if we were to multiply that by 10, we just move up one column, 5,780. It's that simple. So, some of the questions you're going to do. Look, there's the proof. We did it first time on the 5th of September 2019. Some of the work you're going to do today is just going to be to look at place value and to recognize the value of digits. In the questions I'm setting you, the digits will be underlined and you need to write out what the value of each digit is. We've done it before. I've given you a similar exercise to do. but I've made them a little bit harder this time. Some of them are going to use some decimal values, tenths and hundredths. This is the first one we did in September, and the ones that I'm going to get you to do will be more tricky than these. That was a rabbit's question, and the foxes and the badgers. Same animals again, different questions this time. We're not going to do these. There it was, just set out a little bit on a squared paper. This explains a little bit about multiplication by 10. So when I say something is 10 times bigger, it means times it by 10. 4 times by 10 becomes 40. 8 times by 10 becomes 80. 20 times by 10 becomes 200. 35 times by 10 becomes 350. Those numbers, you can imagine, they've all moved up one column, and we need our extra digit, our extra zero, to make that calculation complete. And on the other side, when I say make something 10 times smaller, I mean divide it by 10. 40 divided by 10 becomes 4. 80 divided by 10 becomes 8. 200 divided by 10 becomes 20. 350 divided by 10 becomes 35. You can imagine all those place value digits moving one column to the right. And because we're dividing by 10, we need to get rid of one of the zeros at the end, don't we? But remember, if that 40 was moving to the right, the 0 would just go into that tenths column, and we just wouldn't need the 0 because it's 0 tenths. 0 tenths again. 0 tenths again there. And 0 tenths again there. Does that mean, though, that we just add a 0 or take a 0 away? Definitely not. Because if we were to say, what's 3.1 10 times bigger? That's not going to be 3.10, is it? You're not just adding a 0. Everything would have to move up those place value columns. So the actual answer, well, what's 3 10 times bigger? That's 30, isn't it? So 3.1 10 times bigger has to be 31. 23 10 times smaller. We've got no 0 to take away, have we? So you have to think about that 2 in the tens column moving to the ones column, and the 3 in the ones column moving to the tenths column. So 23 10 times smaller has to be 2.1. So the digits are moving up or down their place value columns. Get rid of that. Have a look at this. You're going to do the opposite of this. You're going to have some numbers in digits and have to write them out in words. So we'll go through these, but yours will be the opposite to do on your sheet. 749, you can hear the number. You can just write it straight out, can't you? Let's make a column of numbers here. 23,647. The comma's there for you, isn't it? You can practice these on your whiteboards maybe. 120,564. Why don't you put the screen on pause and you write it down before I type it out? Done it? Okay, 120,000. There's the 120. Comma because I know it's in thousands. 564. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Until we get to this one. 5,603,096. Why don't you pop the screen on pause and have a go at that one? 5,603,096. Put it on pause. Once you're taking it off pause, I'll be putting the answer in straight away. There's my 5,603. Listen to the numbers. 1,096. So there's no hundreds. And there's the 96. Just think things through and be systematic with your answers. Yours will be the reverse of that. So it'll say, write these digits out in words. you've got some examples here for you. Let's move on. And these are the actual questions that I'm going to get you to do at the end of your sheet. Do the rest of these greater than and less than problems. And we're not going to go, well, we can talk about crocodiles eating bigger numbers. That's what happens, isn't it? Remember the crocodile's smile. It's always eating the bigger number. So 450 is greater than 45. 34 is less than 340 because the crocodile's eating the bigger number. I'll even do the next one for you. What sign's going in here? 23 is less than 120. There we go. Bonus one from Mr. Cooper. That's it. That's it. I've done all of this bit of teaching in one little take. You need to go off and download either the rabbits worksheet, the badgers worksheet, or the foxes worksheet. Nice and easy, medium and hard. Do the one that you think is best for you. Do it in your maths book. If you can take a picture of it, great. If not, you might want to do a little Google Doc with the answers on. But a picture of your maths book would be fab all the same. Have fun doing them. And if you get done quick, get yourselves on Mathletics, play some live Mathletics, or have a look at some of the place value questions there.